All right, so peace and blessed family. So do you want to know how I was able to scale from zero to $100,000 in my first year flipping mobile homes? I want y'all to keep watching this video so I can go ahead and tell y'all how I was able to do it. All right, family. So my first mobile home deal that I purchased was $800. Yes, only $800. Now y'all may say, Abdul, where did you find that mobile home at? Well, I found that mobile home in Columbus, Georgia, for anybody that's familiar with the Georgia area. Now let me tell y'all about this mobile home deal. Now, I was on site like Facebook Marketplace, MH Village, MH Bay. These are all different places where you can find mobile home deals at. Well, the one site that I was kind of apprehensive on searching and going to and dealing with the people was Craigslist. You already know it. Craigslist, the land of people say scammers. Well, it turned out to be one of the best decisions that I made because I was able to get a property for $800. Now, here's where the story got a little sticky at. Now, on my way to Columbus, Georgia, I was driving down there. It was thunder, it was lightning, it was raining. Every bad thing that you can think of that's happening, it was almost like a scary movie, right? Was happening that day. And so as I'm getting closer to Columbus, I contact the guy and I say, hey, I'm about 15 minutes out. Just wanted to make sure that we're still good for our meeting. But the guy says, oh, well, actually, I'm not in Columbus right now, but you can still go to the property. Now, immediately my mind went right back to what? My mind went to, oh, this is a scam, right? So therefore, I went to the property. When I went to the property, he told me to reach out to the park manager. And so when I reached out to the park manager, she told me, she was like, oh, well, don't you know that there's squatters in the home? I said, squatters in the home? She said, yeah, they done tore up the home. And so I'm like, oh God. But she said, you can go down to the mobile home. The door's probably open. So then I go down to the mobile home with caution, making sure that, of course, nobody don't jump out at me or anything like that when I walk through the door. So as I'm walking around the mobile home, doing my inspection, looking, of course, number one, for the squatters inside the home. Didn't find any, but they were like clothes all over the place. And she was like, the home was destroyed. But since my father taught me this mobile home game when I was 15 years old, I was already used to like all of the things that people frown their face up and say, oh my gosh, it smells bad. I was already used to all of those things. So when I walked inside the house, I was like, oh my gosh, this is a gold mine. Well, since I was listening to everybody was telling me that this is probably going to be a bad deal, I said, well, let me just sleep on it, right? Well, I'm telling y'all right now, two things. Don't tell big ideas to small-minded people. That's for one, okay? That's for one. The next thing is, whenever you wait on opportunity, like that opportunity is not going to wait on you. So you're waiting on an opportunity, the opportunity is not going to wait on you. The opportunity is going to be like, okay, well, whoever sees the opportunity is going to be the person to actually get this opportunity. And so since I slept on opportunity, somebody else actually came behind me and put a down payment on that property. Okay? I just want y'all to understand this story. So then I prayed back to the guy and I said, God, if you ever give me an opportunity like this again, I said, I would not fail you because this is exactly what I prayed for. You gave it to me and I failed you. Right? So therefore, 2 weeks went by, the guy called me and said, the previous person was unable to fulfill their contract. The home is available. Long story short, I didn't wait. I went down there. We negotiated the price down from $1,100 to $800. I paid for it. Once I got the home, I immediately started renovations. I did pretty much 90% of the work by myself. And then I was able to sell the mobile home for $9,950. I made a $6,150 profit, okay? I was so ecstatic. My wife, she then goes to come down there and we celebrated. We took a picture of the check and everything else like that. And I told her, I said, hey, look, this is going to change our life. So now once we sold the property, I knew things were going to take off. Don't you know, the very next week, I bought not one, but I bought 2 properties and I started renovating that property. And when I started renovating the property, I asked myself, I said, Abdul, can you afford to get sick? Now, what does that mean? That means that if I miss 30 days of work, can I still be able to pay my bills? So one thing I did with my business was I made sure for every flip, I had a rental property. Meaning one was going to give me capital and the other one was going to give me passive income every single month. Because if I have 10 properties paying me $500, that's $5,000 passive income that I'm now able to make But alongside of that, I have flip properties that's going to give me the capital that I need so that I can free up my money and I can have the liquid capital to do the things I need to do. So whenever you go into another level in your business, you want to make sure that you have your SOPs in place. What does that mean? That's standard operating procedures. Whenever we were doing our flip projects, right? One thing that I did was I hired a virtual assistant. So every time I had receipts, whether it was from my handyman, whether it was from materials, I would send it to my virtual assistant. She would now put it on the spreadsheet. So anytime I want to look at the financials of, let's say, lot number 14, I can go back to the spreadsheet and I can see every expense that we paid for that mobile home. You want to have a system if you're going to be doing a fix and flip. You want to have a system if you're going to be doing a wholesale or owner finance or rentals. The systems are going to save you. What does system stand for? System stands for save yourself time, energy, and money. If it's not saving your time, your energy, and your money, then go ahead and ball it up and throw it in the trash. Whenever you hire these virtual assistants, make sure they have a clear understanding of what their role is in your business. So prime example, I may hire a virtual assistant to only go and find me mobile home deals. So now it's saving me my time, my energy, and my effort. So now I don't have to go and find a mobile home deal. They find a deal, they bring it back to me. I schedule the appointment. When I schedule the appointment, I go and I take a look at it. But my energy was not going into finding it. My energy is now just going to looking at it. But when you scale to a new level, that's whenever you can hire somebody to actually go and find a mobile home for you and to go take a look at the mobile home for you. Then whenever you say, you know what, I'm going to another level, you can have somebody find a mobile home, go take a look at it, and close on a mobile home. So it's all about steps, okay? And as you continue to grow, as you continue to elevate, your knowledge should be increasing as well too. But now you have to apply the information that you have. So once I started applying these things as I was crawling the business, and when I started walking, when I started running, my procedures started to change in my business, and this is how I was able to scale. So for you people who are new to the mobile home industry, continue to learn. My mentor, he once said this. He said, don't let what you know stop you from learning what you don't know. So whatever it is that you do not know about the business, you should be seeking to get that information. So I just want to drop that on y'all. Y'all take care, be blessed by the best. And I'm going to drop another video for you all next week. Make sure you like and make sure you subscribe. Peace and blessings, everybody.